Hello and welcome to My Daily Math. Today we're going to take a look at the SAT problem, a hard SAT problem from 2024. So here's the problem. In the xy plane, line L passes through the point 0, 0 and is parallel to the line represented by the equation y equals 8x plus 2. If L also passes through the point with the coordinates 3d, what is the value of d? So let's figure out what's going on here in the problem, and let's make a quick sketch of the graph. So here's our planes. Let's label them. So here's our y, here's our x. So we have our lane L that passes through the origin 0, 0, but we don't know where exactly it goes. So it could go like this, it could go like that, it could go like this, or it could go like that. However, we know that the line is parallel to the line y equals 8x plus 2. So let's sketch this line as well. Let's make it, I don't know, blue. So we have slope equals 8 and y-intercept is plus 2. So it goes through this point, through the point y equals, through the point 2. Let's draw the line, and slope is 8, so it's very steep, so it goes something like this. So it means that our L line is parallel to this line, and it passes through the origin, so it means it should go something like that. Okay, so this is our y equals, this is our L line, and the blue one is y equals 8x plus 2. Okay, so we also know that line L passes through the point 3D. So the x value is 3. So the question is, what is the y value of that coordinate? Here's the coordinate d. So now let's actually solve the problem. So let's write down one more time our equation. Y equals mx 8x plus 2. And we know that our L is parallel. That means the line has the same slope. So the slope is 8x. And since it goes through the origin, 0, 0, it means that the b value, the y-intercept, is equal to 0. So the equation for our L line is just 8x. And from here we can easily find our d just by substituting x with 3, since the point is 3d. So in order to find the value of d, we just put 3 here. And we have L equals 8 times 3, which is 24. That means that the value of d is 24. That's it. So when you solve this problem on SAT, you have literally less than a minute to do that. So what you want to do, you want to quickly recognize that the slope of those two lines is the same, that the y-intercept, since the line L passes through the point, through the origin, is equal to 0. And after that, what you want to do, you want to quickly write down the equation for L, then substitute 3 and find d. So all that should take you maybe like 30-40 seconds. Let's take a look at another problem on the same topic.
Another one.
In the given system of equation, t is a constant. if the system has no solution, what is the value of t? So we have a system of two linear equations, and we need to figure out, find the value t when the system has no solution. So first we want to identify the criteria that we are looking for. So it says that system has no solution. What does it mean? So system of two linear equations has no solutions when two lines are parallel and they have a different y-intercept. So we have, let's say, y1 and y2 are two lines that we're looking for. And the criteria for the system to have no solution would be m1 equals m2 and b1 does not equal to b2. If we sketch this system, we will get something like that. So here's our lines. So we want to have a situation something like this, when this one is our y1 and this is our y2. So that means that the slopes are the same, but the y-intercepts are different. And this is the situation that we're looking for. So let's go back to our equation and find, solve it, rewrite both equation in the slope, in the format y equals mx plus b for both of them, and then try to solve it for t. We will match the m coefficients and the y-intercepts. So let's take a look. So we have 4x minus 6y equals 10x plus 2. And the second is ty equals 1/2 plus 2x. So for the first one, we will add 2x to y. Sorry, this is y. 10y to both sides of the equations. Subtract 4x. So we get 4y equals negative 4x plus 2. Divide everything by 4, so we have y equals negative x plus 1/2. And now we can actually easily compare what we have here. So our goal is to match the coefficients. So the slope of the first equation is -1. The slope of the negative equation is +2. So in order to get -1, we need to divide by -2. So t must equals to -2. Let's check that. So let's rewrite our second equation as 2 divided by t x plus 1/2 divided by t, right? So we want 2 divided by t equals to -1, and we don't want 1/2t equals to 1/2. So from here, t is equal to -2, and that -2 works because if we plug in -2 to the second equation, we'll get 1/4, which does not equal to -1. So when t equals -2, the system has no solutions. X and their corresponding values of f of x. Function f is defined by f of x equals ax plus b, where a and b are constants. What is the value of a minus b? So first of all, we want to notice what is the value of a, right? So each step, once we add 1 to our x value, we add 64 to our y value. That means that our a is 64. This is how you quickly can identify a value, and now you need to quickly identify the b value. The easiest way is to look at when the function equals 0. So your f of x equals 64x plus b, right? This is what we know. And we know that for x equals 2, it's equals to 0. So 64 times 2 plus b. So that means that this one is 128 plus b equals to 0. So that means that b equals negative 128. So we have b equals negative 128. Now we calculate a minus b equals 64 minus negative 128. That equals to 192.
Quick maths.
So here's the answer. Here's one more SAT problem. We have an isosceles right triangle that has hypotenuse of length of 58 inches. What is the perimeter in inches of that triangle? So since it's an isosceles triangle, that means we have two sides that are equal to each other. And hypotenuse of 58 inches. So we can write down the Pythagorean theorem. X squared plus x squared equals 58. In our case, let's write it as c squared for now. So that means that 2x squared equals c squared. That means that x equals 1/2. Let's write it differently. Let's write it c squared over 2 and square root of that number. So that means if we substitute c with 58, we'll get 58 squared square root over square root of 2, or it is just 58 over root 2. So if the shortcut would be, if you know that this is a right triangle and you have given the hypotenuse, you know that the side would be equal to hypotenuse divided by root 2. So let's say if we have a simple right triangle with sides 1 and 1, and then the hypotenuse would be square root of 2. So that means if you divide hypotenuse by square root of 2, you'll get the length of each leg. Now let's multiply numerator and denominator by square root of 2. We'll get 58 times square root of 2 over 2. Simplify. We'll get 29 root 2. Now we can find the perimeter. So the perimeter would be 2x, which is 29 root 2. So times 2 will be 58 root 2 plus 58, which is hypotenuse. So the total is, we can factor 58, 1 plus root 2, and then you just use a calculator to find the exact value. So that would be a square root of 2 is approximately 1.4. Let's do a quick calculations. Times 58. So approximately, if we round it to whole number, it will be 140 inches. To be more accurately, it's 140.024 and so on. So this is the answer. This is the perimeter of this isosceles triangle. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Send this video for somebody who is preparing for SAT right now. Or you can just send it to a friend to challenge if he can solve the problem. If you like the content, you can also support us on a Patreon. All the links below in the description.